Ladies and gentlemen, it took us 30 hours flight from Indonesia to get here, but we only need 20 minutes of presentation to convince you that Greenlight will shine bright today and tomorrow. Greenlight is a trading company lived by its dream of energy efficiency for everyone. So today's agenda of our recommendation strategy are situation analysis, followed by reverse strategy, and next will be the game plan of the strategy, followed by organizational adjustment, financial impact, risk mitigation, timeline, and last but not least is the summary of the strategy. So today, Greenlight faced some challenge. Greenlight faced decreasing revenue due to the global economic crisis, and the Chinese manufacturers pushed them to pay the higher price for purchase the product. And the Chinese manufacturer can sell directly the product to the United States. Besides all those challenges faced by Greenlight, there is also a big opportunity inside this market.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, given these challenges, what should Greenlight do? In order to compete and win a game, Greenlight has to revise its strategy. Before starting to develop the strategy, I would like to remind us all of the company's vision, as what the founder Nina Gupta has once said, is to make energy efficient lighting within everyone's reach and used by everyone. This vision is interpreted into the company's business objective, which is to increase its sales into $30 million US per year within the next 5 years. How do they achieve that? We, Universitas Indonesia team, decided that Greenlight has to focus in utilizing the existing potentials by also improving its business process to give more value added to the customers. We have 3 key focuses: segmentation focus, product focus, and production focus. Due to the change in governmental regulation in the use of incandescent lamps, we suggest that Greenlight has to take the opportunity to sell more CFL lamps and LED lamps to the commercial and residential sectors in US and Canada. Responding to increased competition with China manufacturers and the big player in the industry, Greenlight has to maintain its comparative advantages from its competitors in terms of excellent service and quality. We suggest Greenlight to reshore its contract manufacturing from China manufacturers to US manufacturers. We also suggest Greenlight to place their own people in China to keep in touch with the suppliers. These methods and these strategies lead us to several expected outcomes. We expect Greenlight to gain more reach, share in the market, as well as increasing sales, and to be able to compete by getting closer to its customers, reducing supply chain risk, and also to gain more control in the development of the product and to better observation on the innovation trend. Now I would like to take you to the closer look on a segmentation focus strategy. Shown in the data in the slides that the lighting industry in the world is expanding in upcoming years, and general lighting will account for more 80% of the lighting industry. General lighting is the use of light for buildings and industrial purposes, which are the core products of Greenlight. The second data shows that in terms of regions, Asia is the biggest market for general lighting in upcoming years. But since Greenlight is a North America-based company, expanding to Asia is not an option for us. The third graph shows that in North America, the highest use of general lighting products is for residential and commercial use. From these data, we can conclude that Greenlight has to keep its focus on selling general lighting products into commercial and residential sectors in US and Canada.
Okay, the second strategy is product focus. Product focus means we are selling
product which has high growth potential. In this term, we can see the difference between two time periods. The first time periods, which lasts until 2015, we have to take the opportunity from the shifting periods. And the second one, which lasts until 2020, we have to focus to develop and innovate on LED product. Why do I say that? Let's take a look closer. In 2015, there will be an emerging demand of CFL products due to the regulations. And for that time, CFL has a lower price compared to others for energy efficient lighting products. So it will be the best option for consumers at the time. There will be a big untapped market for about 48% in Canada and 40% in the United States that Greenlight could grab and have to reach about 14% of market share of CFL product in that period. Next, is CFL will continue to grow as high as before? The answer is not. Please welcome LED as the future of lighting industry. Based on McKinsey report in 2012 that states the LED will have the highest growth rate starting in 2016, and it will reach for about 70% of the total general lighting market size in the end of 2020. LED also has a price erosion due to the advance of the technology. So LED will be the most selling product in the year 2020, and product innovation and differentiation must focus on LED.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, about 95% of the green light production is based on China, especially CFL lamp. But there is no production is based on the United States or Canada or pretty much North America. But it is reasonable because to produce CFL, it requires labor intensive. But it is not for LED. As my friend said, that the future is LED lamp. And for LED, it does not require as labor intensive as it is possible as to produce the CFL lamp. So we recommend the green light lighting company to move or to change their contract manufacturer to United States of America. Why? There's 5 reasons why it has to be done. First of all, BCG Consulting Group report tell us that there is 7 industries in the United States that should think about coming back to the United States, and one of them is a lighting company. And it will, if the shore or the manufacturing, contract manufacturing is back home to the United States, it will cut 15 days of the lead time, which is, in total of the lead time, is about 45. It is about 1/3 of the total lead time. It is quite significant if we considering the philosophy of the company, which is providing the customer with high quality product with the reasonable price and delivery time. And also, there is there's a better customer service if we conduct that, or if the green light conduct that, and of course faster respond to the customer needs. And also, the U.S. manufacturing is, second of all, the U.S. manufacturing cost is become lower and lower today because the wages rates, maybe we could next, the wages rates in the United States is growth rate is about minus 2.2%. In contrast, China's wages is increasing by 90% from 2005 to 2010. And it is really big difference. But even though like that, the manufacturing labor wages is still 5 times to 6 times higher than in China. But we have to consider another cost. For example, the cost of utilities, the cost of transportation, and don't forget to mention about the supply chain risk, which is really important. And we go back to this, and the report provided by the Consumer Report Research Center in the United States, it is stated that Americans will still buy, about 60% of Americans will still buy product made in the United States, even though it is cost, or it is even though the price is 10% higher than its China substitute, and about 25% will still buy made in USA product, even though it is 20% higher than its Chinese substitute. And of course, if we move the contract manufacturer from China to the United States, we does not require, Greenlight does not require intermediaries agent, and it will push costs even more. And also, maybe you may ask about the feasibility of this project. It is feasible. Why? Because there is one company called TCP. It is based on China. They are creating the manufacturing plant in the United States, based in Ohio, Aurora, Ohio, and they provide 55% to every company who want to contract manufacture, to have a contract manufacturer with them. And they said that why they produce their product in the United States, because even though they increase the price about 45 or 50 cents, there is still demand for the product made in the United States of America. So we believe that products or LED lamp that produced by the Greenlight Lighting Company will be sold, will be received well in the United States market. And here is another proof that it is really important for the Greenlight Lighting Company to move their contract manufacturer to the United States. First of all, if you can see that in the current design, there's different about 8% in terms of manufacturing costs, different between United States and China, and United States is higher by 8%. But in LED is a new product, it's a product of future, and it's required redesign. And if they conduct redesign, they will cut the cost, and it will be the cost of manufacturing in the United States will be fewer by 3%. And let's move on to the organizational adjustment due to the revised strategy. There's two adjustments to the revised strategy. First of all, is the additional of the job description and purchase department, and the second of all, the additional of marketing division. The job description of purchasing department is to replace the agent that used in China for contract manufacturing LED lamp. And the second of all, about the marketing division. Marketing division is intended to create or to educate LED future usage, because LED right now is LED price right now is about 10 times the price of CFL lamp. So it requires the good marketing to convince the consumer to buy their products. But not forget to mention, the long-term cost of each lamp is different, and it is good for LED lamp, because LED lamp in long-term basis is much cheaper than CFL and the incandescent. That's what we have to educate the customer. Thank you.
Okay, to build a great brand building scheme for green lights, especially to educate our consumers about LED product, we first have to know what is actually our consumer behavior in buying lighting products. Based on Pacific Gas and Energy Survey, price still the most powerful factors that drive our consumers. So, in addition, more of the 50% of our consumers is tend to seek a low energy consumption product and free or safe from mercury product. So, in building the scheme for green lights brand building, especially for LED products, we emphasize on cost saving, lower energy consumption, and safe from mercury containing products. This is the brand building scheme for Greenlight. We first build the brand strategy that is innovation and product differentiation. Then we position our brand in consumers' mind that the Greenlight brand is consumer and environmental friendly. Then finally, we establish our brand personality, from the sensual to rational and emotional appeals of our consumers. Thus, we keep the uniqueness in packaging and design of the products. We will say that it not cost them too much if they buy our products. And the last, Greenlight is offering different values from others, and they engage with the customers. And not forget, Greenlight is their local brand.
Well, we know we aim high, but how high? These graphs, according to McKinsey report, shows that in North America, the lighting industry is expanding significantly. And this graph shows that LED will be the future of the market, and CFL will experience decreasing sales in the future. So using using normal compounding annual growth rate, we can see that actually green light cannot reach its target of increasing their annual sales to $30 million within the next 5 years. But the revised strategy is expected to boost the sales.
Beyond 2015, our focus will be in LED market. The highest risk in this strategy will be the value to grab this market. So, how to mitigate this risk? First, we need to take a look at the market, research at the market, and along with the social issue inside the market, which is a political issue, government regulation issue, and of course, the economic growth of the market. And then, the next highest problem, the next highest risk will be the conflict with the supplier and fail to contract manufacturer in the United States. We need to mitigate this. We need to create operating procedure that includes reward and punishment in the contract. This is the timeline about strategy implementation. So our focus in LED market is beyond 2015. So first, we need to assess the contract manufacturer in the United States. It includes creating the criteria and selecting the best option for the contract manufacturing in the United States. But we're going to transform the inefficient market into the more efficient by using LED. We need to educate market, begin education of LED utilization to the market in 2013.
These methods and strategy lead us to one business objective, which is to make green lighting company successfully reach its target of $30 million of annual sales within the next 5 years. Last but not least, I would like to quote Mahatma Gandhi. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. We believe that green light will soon achieve the dream of changing people's lives through energy efficiency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll now begin the 10 minutes of judges Q&A.
I was intrigued by your idea of inshoring manufacturing ability, and also interested in your assessment of the relative cost competitiveness of the US market and the Chinese market for labour. But one thing wasn't clear to me was you talked about redesign and there's substantial cost savings that could be done, down from basically 15 down to 9.5. Help me understand that. Maybe I missed it. What was the redesign that we were talking about?
Okay, the best on the redesign is about the 3D printing and automatization, which integrated to design itself. It could cost significantly to the cost of the electric itself.
You're going to create the lights using 3D printing?
No, not only 3D printing. Some of the LED part is using 3D printing, but also the